a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. Perfect. What's that? Oh, anytime. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Whenever you want, Julia.
Yeah. So how's your resets going? I can always tell when you're super busy at work because
Dude, yesterday
you're quiet.
I came home and I went to sleep. I was so tired yesterday. It was ridiculous.
That's the only reason that I know you won't write me back.
Yeah.
Like I was having like such a crazy day about both podcasts and I'm sending you all this stuff. I'm like, she is sick of my ass.
Okay, yes. I will read this later.
And you're like, I just woke up from a nap. Quick response, and then you're gone again till the morning. Hey, I totally like your bling.
You like that?
Does it spin?
It spins.
You got dollar signs. I got a dollar bill, a dollar sign. You know why?
Why?
We got Nick here.
Yay!
Yay! Owner of Flawless Diamonds. We are so excited. We have so many questions. You got here and we already were like talking. We're like, hold on. Let's
Don't
just hit
answer
record.
that question.
Let's just hit record.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you worked at where we all met.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you've come a long way since then.
Yeah, you have.
Long
From
way.
stocking groceries and pushing carts.
Yeah.
Pushing cards is
So I have to
started when I was
say,
16.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, you pushed carts
Yes.
when you were the lead up in
Yes.
service, and then you worked in grocery with me, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I came up there when I turned 18.
So
Yeah.
I was always excited that Nick was working when I was closing because you would clean up the back room. So the whole back room would get clean.
Yeah, I had to because I don't like messes. So.
Yeah.
You got some OCD.
Yeah, I do. I got you.
Oh, that's funny. So go ahead.
Well, I was going to say if customers are smiling at you, it's probably because that big piece of diamond you got around
Yeah,
your
that's
neck.
amazing.
Actually, I don't even wear jewelry anymore.
No.
I'm out.
Yeah.
You just wore it for the interview?
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
wore
And we
it.
wore ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We brought
We all
ours
got
out.
ours from Amazon. No, I'm just kidding.
Yours looks
Yeah.
way better than ours.
Way better. It's
What
so
is that?
sparkly.
Is it platinum and diamonds?
No, so it's just white gold.
Oh,
Like,
white gold.
okay.
Yeah, these
Okay.
are all emerald diamonds.
And that's your
Oh.
logo, right?
This is my logo.
Yeah.
So if you look at my
Flawless
logo,
logo.
right,
Yeah.
it's two backwards F's in the
Oh.
diamond.
Oh, yeah. That's very cool.
Okay.
Because my full business name is Flathau Flawless Diamonds.
Okay.
But my
Okay.
DBA name is Flawless Diamonds. Co.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Cool. Yeah.
So let's go
it's pretty
from
sick
the
looking.
grocery back room to what did you own after that?
After Meyer, I just was doing odd jobs, probably like construction, stuff like that.
Okay.
okay.
I actually was going to school to become a nurse.
Oh, I remember
I do
that.
remember that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so I got my LPN and everything. I worked in a nursing home for 2 years. And I really wanted to go back to school to be an anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And one day I just woke up. I was like, I told my girlfriend at that time, I want to be my own boss.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you want to do? I have no idea.
Yeah.
So-
you just knew you didn't want to work
Yeah,
for
I just didn't want to
anyone.
work for anyone anymore. And,
Mhm.
working in a nursing home, I really like to care for people. So, in the nursing home, like I saw a lot of death.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, like you get attached to someone.
Right.
So it was like, that was hard on me
Mhm.
because there was one lady who I always took care of. And she just always had a smile on her face. She was like 96 years old.
Wow.
And she just needed help with everything, but she knew that when I was there, like she was getting the great care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I had mentioned that to my girlfriend, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I started browsing, I started looking. At that time, I was working for someone in sales, and we were selling like AT&T, Comcast, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's I did that for about a year on the side, and I said to her, I said, well, what if I did AT&T?
Mm-hmm.
So that's I did research on how to get my AT&T contract, which is an LSP section, which is the local service provider, and that was in 2017. So in 2017 is when I opened up Flathau Enterprise,
Okay.
which was AT&T.
And did you actually own brick and mortar as well, like a franchise? No, it was just.
Well, I'm the guy. I would be the guy that people come knocking on your door
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, do you want AT&T service?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The people that I ignore.
I'm not trying to lose any weight right now. So at that time, I wasn't trying to lose weight. So I was like, there's got to be a better way to get sales.
Yeah.
And at that time, no one really knew how to do social media marketing. And that's how I learned. So I learned in 2017.
I was going to say, because that's a huge thing now in 2023.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. So understanding how to market and targeting people in a way that can sign them up for service and do all that stuff. It was a lot of trial and error. Mm-hmm. But in 2018, that's when I started to take off. So I became the largest dealer in AT&T in the LSP section. We did about 40,000 units every single month.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So that's a lot of units, TV, internet, and home phone.
Right.
I was just going to ask, what are units? Okay.
Yeah, TV, internet.
Packages or
packages, stuff like that. And it was all online.
That's
all
crazy.
of my employees, it was all online. All they would do is customer fill out our form. They'll type in their info. Then my reps will just put it in the system, see if they pass the credit check, and if they pass, they get service.
Yeah.
Remote before it was remote.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow, remote before COVID. That's unheard of.
What do you mean you didn't have brick and mortar or an office to go to?
Everything online.
Are you still in the area?
I am. I still am McHenry.
Because we're going to get to this, but you have a store in Schaumburg as well,
Yep.
right? Okay, so you do a little bit of traveling down there.
Yep, I do.
Okay, and I know you travel everywhere.
Yeah.
His Snapchats are all on a plane.
I'm not friends with you on Snapchat. I need to be friends with you on Snapchat.
It's fun. It makes me feel bad about who I am when he's
we'll
on his way to he's on his way to LA, and you've been to New York, right?
Because we're basically famous already, Meredith. So I mean, right now we're interviewing a basic celebrity.
Oh,
so,
definitely. I mean, we're almost famous. He's famous.
Yeah.
So last weekend, tell everybody what you did.
Last weekend I was in Boston. I was with a good client of mine, NLE Choppa. Mm-hmm. We did a collab for a piece for Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne.
So we went to deliver the piece to Lil Wayne.
That was a
on
very
stage.
cool piece.
Yeah, it was a very creative piece in my opinion. Shout out to Jose. He helped me, my sales manager, to go ahead and make that piece come to life.
How do you, you sketch it out and then send it off?
Yeah, so we sketched it first before I sent it to my design team.
Yeah.
So then they can really make the design itself.
Okay.
And started to 3D mold wax it and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
And it was a lot of brainstorming, but I said I wanted to make a piece where we represent him as like the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what better way to do that than Mount Rushmore?
Oh.
Yep.
So,
and who were the four faces?
Wait,
so
I
it was
need
actually
to see
him.
that. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so if you looked, starting from left to right, it was The Block is Hot. That was his first face. Then it was Lollipop, which is his number one song.
Oh my gosh.
Then his number one album was the third. So that's the Baby Face. That was his album cover. And then the fourth one is what he looked like now.
Oh,
but that's funny because I looked at the fourth one, I'm like, but I don't know who these other three are.
Yeah.
It was all him.
Yeah, it was all him. And then if you really look, there was a little tiny goat on top of the mountain.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
it was a really cool piece.
A little nice touch.
So what made up that piece? Diamonds, and what went into it?
It was white gold, and it was VS to VVS EF diamonds. And
I don't know what that means.
Can
you
I
tell
was
us
like,
what that means?
what?
So there's all sorts of different diamonds out there, right? So there's either a lab grown diamond or a natural diamond, and then it goes from VVS all the way to like eye color.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So everyone says like in the hip hop jewelry, oh, I got VVS. No, it's all cap.
Yeah.
They don't got VVS.
So, okay.
But we try to do for my company, we try to do the highest grade possible within the customer's budget, within reason. But we try to use either VS to VVS EF color, or FG color.
Okay.
So we try
GIA.
Yeah,
that's
GIA
the only
certified,
diamond thing I know is GIA certified.
I know my ABCs. Does that count?
So, am I allowed to ask, like, how much did he pay for that?
That piece was $40,000.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
It looked like
nice
it looked more than that,
car.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like that surprises me that's what
You
was
thought it
the
would
price.
more.
Yeah, it definitely looked
Like a
like more.
half
That was
mil?
a very cool piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$500,000.
But I know nothing about diamonds. Like I don't know.
I don't know
to
either.
me, it looked like a very expensive piece. That
Do you do other things besides diamonds, like rubies and emeralds and all that
Yeah,
stuff
we do.
too?
Yep.
You do everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm making an engagement ring for a client. he wants a white emerald diamond, right?
Yeah.
But then 3 green emerald.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my gosh.
See, I think having a not diamond for your wedding is like so classy.
I love the sapphire.
Yeah.
I like sapphires.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
nice.
I like those for wedding.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, NLE, I've
Yeah,
read it on your
NLE.
post. And She knows.
Yeah,
Julia's
NLE.
here with us.
Yeah.
She's like, Mom, stop it. You're not cool.
You're embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing me. All right. Anyway, so just say it.
NLE Choppa.
So he's a good friend of yours,
Yeah,
right?
very good friend. Yeah.
Okay. And it's been a few
I
years
have to
he's been a
Google that.
client. And
Yeah. Actually,
he's very talented. Very talented.
Yeah, so he blew up in 2019.
Okay.
I started the jewelry business right when COVID had hit.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I know,
that's
it's
like
crazy.
such a risk.
It was because at that time, for AT&T, I didn't think anybody was going to buy TV and internet.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I was like,
I gotta do something else.
Where's the money going?
Yeah.
And I just knew it was going to the streets. So
yeah.
I was like, how can I make that work? So I've always been fascinated by jewelry, being creative and designing pieces that are unique. But anyways, so back to NLE. NLE, I did his first piece in the summer of 2020.
And I think if I remember, it was a simpler piece,
Simple
right?
piece.
He's gotten more as the years gone on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a simple piece. It was like an AK-47 with his name NLE on top.
Okay.
Yes,
Wasn't
I
that
remember
big. Probably cost like 10, 15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
And,
big for him probably, right?
Yeah, it was big for him because it was like one of his most like first piece, but like legit piece.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Not like ours from Amazon.
yeah. So
Hey, these things are 18 karat gold, $11.
go plate it.
yeah.
But yeah, so I delivered his first piece in 2020 of that summer. And honestly, I hated him.
Really?
When I first met him.
Was he kind of like smug and stuck up? Like I'm famous, you're not.
I guess that in a way. I mean, I'll never forget so he lived at that time in a penthouse in LA, and his security guard at that time, he was like 7'4".
Oh geez.
Comes down, gets me and my security team and my guys, and makes my security guy look like a little peanut.
Oh my god.
My security guy's no joke. He's like 6'8".
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not a peanut.
Yeah, he's pretty big. So
yeah.
But anyways, so when I had delivered the piece and we did everything that we needed, it's actually on YouTube. It's probably got like 300,000 views now.
It does.
Oh, well, hey, plug your YouTube real quick, so we know where to go to see it.
Oh,
what's the
thing?
Handle?
It's just Flawless Diamonds Co.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flawless Diamonds Co.
Check them out there on YouTube, and you can see it. Ooh.
Yeah. So that's when I first delivered that piece, and he just had like this vibe with him, and I don't know what it was, but it just rubbed me the wrong way.
Was it new money, new?
Yeah, I think
Probably.
New
I think
fame.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
I'll
happens
probably
to
be
some
kind of
people.
stuck up when we make our first million.
Yeah,
be
I
like,
mean, you got to kind of,
Going on
who knows
vacation.
where he came from, what kind of life he had.
because at that time, he's only 18 years old.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like he's still a young gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to find his way. And his mom is his manager.
Oh.
So his mom was
Lord.
there too.
Yeah.
So like, if
Making
you're not
sure it's
you're
right.
not on mama's good side,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't get close to NLE whatsoever.
No.
So
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
that's-
I love that.
yeah. So
So you got on mom's good side.
yeah. So I'm
obviously.
on mom's good side.
Good.
But,
Good.
But yeah, like I said, I felt like tension. I felt like I don't know. It just
Was it
like,
your
hard to
first
explain.
piece delivered as well?
Yeah, my first.
So maybe there
piece
was just
to,
a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, it was like
Everybody's
my-
real nervous
Yeah,
about
his
everything.
first piece, your first piece. Who knows what's going to happen? You got these bodyguards that are 8'3".
Yeah.
About people
Yeah,
are
like,
carrying.
the
who
bodyguards
knows?
are beefing.
yeah. I think what it was is like that's a good point. That was like my first time I traveled to someone to deliver a piece like that.
There's a lot of money at stake.
Because like my first celebrity client, quote unquote celebrity client, was King Louie, and he's well known in Chicago.
Yeah.
So he was my first celebrity client.
I have to
But
Google all these people. I do not. I am not.
I think the only reason why I know is because I follow all your pages.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and then I show her.
I'm on
Yeah.
I
social
show
media
Julia, and she's like, oh
a
yeah,
lot,
I know them.
Yeah.
I like watch food videos on TikTok and stuff.
I'm watching diamonds being delivered.
Yeah. So how
okay.
I rekindled that fire was Lil Reece came into he's another client of mine, celebrity client. Lil Reece came into my office one day. He just came just to kick it, right? So like I just build that type of relationship with clients where we can just hang out and it'll just be chill.
Yeah.
And actually NLE FaceTimed him while he was in my office. and this was probably in November of 2020.
Okay.
And Reece is like, "Oh, hey, I'm with your boy, Flawless." And he like turned the camera to me, and I was like, "What's up, my guy?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, Flawless, I want to do this new piece, blah, blah, blah." And at that moment, I could tell that there was a different type of aura about him, like a different type of vibe. And, he was going through things personally, some personal stuff. And, he had his daughter at that time too. So I think at that moment, I can see that he was changing. And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with him again. Everyone was like, thought I was crazy. I was like, no, I was like, he's changed. I said, I can see it instantly. So, so it was good. It was, ever since then, now flash forward to 2023, 3 years we've been working together. So.
Yeah. And he brings people to you as well, right?
Yeah, a lot of clients.
I feel like when you have your Snapchat or on socials that he's with you. Yep. And, on stage or whatever.
Or he's at my house.
Or he's at your house.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, we game.
I want to come hang out. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
So
where have you traveled?
I don't know anybody. I don't know any celebrities.
Right here. He's right in front of us.
Well, yeah, but I don't even know Nick that well. I mean, I used to be like, go push those carts.
That's the last time you tell someone that, right?
Yeah, no. Last time I heard that.
Go push carts and sell some diamonds.
Diamonds.
I believe that everybody is connected in this world within 7 people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the people who I know, you know now.
All right, cool.
So like, there you go. Like,
see, we are almost famous.
Yeah.
And
they're all going to listen to this
Oh my
episode.
God.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Hey, guys.
Come game with us sometime, guys.
Yeah.
You got to teach me how to game.
I'd be happy to go to a concert.
I ain't got no game.
To anybody.
Yeah, me too.
Anybody?
I do like concerts.
Yeah, we do have a really good time at concerts.
Yeah.
That's fun. We'll have to go see a couple of them.
Yeah.
So, what's going on now? What are the pieces that you're making now, or who's on the roster?
Who's on the agenda?
Yeah, who's on the agenda?
Making some NBA players. Jayson Tatum.
Yeah.
I was with Jayson Tatum in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about 5 hours.
Yeah.
Really?
Can you talk through how it all happens? Like they reach out to you, you reach out to them, or your team, right? You have a team of
so
sales.
Actually today it's funny that you say that because this morning I could check my phone. It's probably like at 8 in the morning. I was getting my girls ready for
By the way, he has 3 gorgeous daughters.
Yeah, three girls.
Yeah.
Last time I talked to you, I think you had 1.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they are just
Yeah, I've been busy.
So
But no, this morning one of my good clients called me. He's like, I'm with someone that's looking to do a piece. I was like, oh, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And he flashed the camera, and the dude just had a fight on Saturday.
I don't know who that is.
You don't watch boxing?
No. You know what? I was thinking, all right, Joe Rogan will have it on his podcast. I'll see MMA fighter from last week,
Oh, my God. That's so funny. No, it was Tank Davis.
Oh.
So, so it was pretty cool.
Still don't know who it is.
I actually do.
I'm so sheltered. I'm sorry.
It's all good. But other than that, like just pieces in general, not anybody that you guys may know as this moment, but we got some really big pieces in the making.
Yeah.
We just finished Lil Durk's piece. We're going to be delivering that here soon.
And where does he live?
Julia's very impressed.
She's like, I know who that is.
Yeah. So
just grab a microphone. You know all these people.
But Durk's like the biggest one, right? Like as of right at this moment because he's from Chicago. We're from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the piece that we did is 5 inches in diameter.
Ooh.
It just weighs around 700 grams. It's got 170 carats of diamonds.
Wow.
So it's a massive, massive piece.
I'm trying to do grams to ounces to pounds.
Sure.
It's about 300 grams less than a kilo. So
wow.
What? Now you can throw in kilo? I still don't know what it is.
That's so great. So suppliers or jewelers, who do you trust? Did you have a few of them? You don't have to name drop there, but I'm just curious.
You know what? Just my little social media input. I've watched diamond buyers online.
Yeah.
And it is a very sacred world.
It's personal too.
Yes.
It's different. So in the diamond world, everybody's connected.
Yes.
Right. So
But your pieces are so unique.
Right.
Not everyone can do like the Mount
I
Rushmore 4 faces.
I watch jewelers, and in the jewelry world, there's real jewelers beef.
Yeah.
Like when I did that piece for Drake 2 years ago, there was real beef at that party.
Really?
Eliante was there, Pristine was there. There was real beef. When I put that chain on his neck, they were all pissed. All of them. And then they blocked me on social media.
Why?
They blocked my personal pages
because
that's real beef. Because like I'm doing a piece for one of their clients, but this client was
reached out to you.
Yeah. So like, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Like here, I'll tell you this story. So for Drake, it was for his birthday, right? So have you guys seen the piece that I did for Drake?
Yep.
Not
So-
me,
You can
'cause I
describe
don't
it though
follow
for
you on
our
social
listeners.
media.
Yeah.
it's an owl, right? So he has a tattoo.
Incredible.
He has a tattoo of an owl on his chest.
Is it the OVO? Isn't he the OVO?
Right, OVO.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only know that because my nephew got that cut into his hair one time.
So he's got the OVO owl.
Yep.
Right. And his birthday party, it was supposed to be at Delilah's, I believe it's called.
Okay.
It was like a club out in LA.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I was with Jazz Prince and DP and some other people. And we all pulled up to this pizza spot. I'm 2 cars deep, right? Like my security team, my people, we're 2 cars deep. They're 16 cars deep.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Like it is deeper than deep. All black trucks, right? We only drive black trucks.
Yeah.
And they come on with all these pizzas because they wanted pizza before we went to the club.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't want any pizza. That's cool. Let's just go. So we get to the club. We're all settled down.
Wait, go back. You turned down pizza?
Yeah, like,
I would
I'm
never.
I'm not a big pizza guy.
No?
I'm not
Oh
my
my
God, it's my
gosh.
favorite.
Me too.
Nah, I'm not.
That's
a
the
big
biggest
pizza
surprise
guy.
of this whole interview, I think.
Yeah. So we get to the club and everything. We get situated, get our bottles and whatever. And I told my security at that time, I was like, yo, I gotta take a leak. He's like, bro, you see the crowd out there? Because when
you're like,
where
make
we
a
are,
path.
right? Yeah, where we are, like we're in front of everybody.
Yeah, you're
and
2 cars.
Everybody is just like in the club, like.
And you're like kind of
And
on
we
stage.
have like like a VIP table.
right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, right.
He's like, oh, make a hole. And like, so he's like got his flashlight, making a hole and everything. And then we get to the bathroom and there was like all these security guards. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And my security's like, hey, he's got to take a leak. Like, this is flawless, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, you can't go in there. I was like, bro, I got to take a leak right now. So he's like, all right. So he opened up the door. And when he opened up the door, guess who's standing right there taking a
Who?
leak? Drake. So when I walk in there, he's like, what's up, Flawless? I was like, what's up, my boss? Like, let me just take a pee. Like, you know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
God.
So,
Are you intimidated to pee in front of people like that?
no, I
would have
I'm
He
not.
she probably
I'm
got to
not.
pee so
I
bad.
had to go
Yeah.
so bad. Like, I
Yeah.
just didn't even think about it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I'm going to the bathroom and he's washing his hands. He's like, hey, did Jazz told you that we're moving the party?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, where are we going? I was like, just follow Jazz. We'll go to the new party.
Yeah. Too many people right around.
Let me tell you, it was like 1 o'clock in the
Oh
morning.
my God.
So
you already had like a whole day of travel and everything too. to
yeah,
get there.
and
Yeah.
and we were waiting for so long, and
Oh, God.
gosh.
from here to LA, it's 4.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
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 This whole 9 yards. So I was like, all right, let's go. So we all
Sleep
we
is
all-
for the week.
Yeah, we all gathered up. We went to this like new spot, and Drake bought out the entire place.
Wow.
It was free liquor,
Oh
free
my
everything.
God.
How
you just
fun.
you just tip the bartender.
Right.
Yeah.
And but at that party, like Lizzo was there. Lizzo's funny. She's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
You got
She's
to
great.
meet Lizzo?
Yeah, she was sitting at
Oh,
our table actually. So it was pretty
I'm
cool.
so
Oh my
jealous.
gosh.
Yeah. Like Dwight Howard was there. Flavor Flav was there. That clock is
Oh
a real
my
thing, by the way.
Yeah.
That clock is massive with diamonds. Like I'm like, damn. I'm just looking at
Dude,
that
we
thing.
missed him there and we
And
missed
at
him at
Richmond
Richmond
Brat
Brat
House.
House.
Yeah.
What
Oh
the
wow!
hell?
I didn't know
Yep.
he went there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think he has family or friends in Lake Geneva, so every
Yeah.
once in a while,
Oh, he'll show up.
And he stopped at Richmond Brat House to eat
I
a
gotcha.
drink, and then on his way
Yeah.
up to Lake Geneva.
If I
so.
ran,
That's
that's
crazy.
probably one celebrity if I ran into, I would be like, oh my God, I know who you are.
Yeah.
How do you react when you meet people? So I'm terrible at it. Like I met Emeril Lagasse, and I was
Like
like,
you mean like don't
no,
fanboy? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, like, maybe I'd be different now because I'm so used to talking every week and meeting people, with the podcast.
No, you wouldn't.
I was like,
I think in the beginning for me, it was really hard, right? Because I always wanted to like, hey, like, can we do this? Or
you're right into business mode,
I'm
right?
right into business
Yeah,
mode.
right.
But now I kind of like take a step back. So like when I was with Jayson, I just let my chains do the talking.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing my big chain.
Yeah.
Well, you got one bigger than that.
Oh, yeah. A massive chain.
Jeez. Doesn't your neck get heavy?
Oh, it does.
Oh,
my neck
God.
hurts. Trust me, it does.
Yeah.
But I guess
putting
like
Meredith into a coughing fit. She's laughing so hard. Sorry, Meredith.
It's okay.
I think just like over time, I just get accustomed to it.
Yeah.
And
you're like they're people just like
yeah,
us.
they're
they
literally
they
like
are.
Yeah.
I don't try to say, hey, can I get a photo? I don't do any of that
No,
stuff. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Some of my reps that I bring around.
Oh yeah.
They get a little fan crazy.
That would be me.
They do, but they know that it's business mode. Like there was a couple incidents, but it's all straight.
Sure, of course.
So.
You're there
like,
for business.
sorry about them.
Right,
These are people. Yeah.
Sorry about
sense.
them. They're fired.
So that happens to us when we go into town.
Get out.
We go out on a Saturday night and it's like, calm down, guys. We're just normal people.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right?
Totally. Generally, it's
autographs.
just our friends and my grandma.
Where do you guys go?
Nowhere. We don't go anywhere.
We don't go anywhere.
Oh, I thought you guys go to like the Vixen.
No, well,
I mean,
yeah, we do that.
We do
that.
But it's just, sometimes
but nobody recognizes
you really
us.
have to you really have to have the energy to go out anymore when you're famous. You know, it's just like,
no, I can't do that.
Please, no pictures, no autographs, no. People are handing us their underwear and bras. It's like we're rock stars. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
It's more like whitey tighties.
It has gone to a point like for me, like when I take my family out, I always have security with me.
Yeah, you have to.
Just because now I ran into a couple incidents.
I'm kind of jealous you don't have security right now.
I think
I wanted to see some hot security guards.
I don't know if you remember
I can
this.
FaceTime one of them.
I don't know if you remember this, but it was on Snapchat. I think you were traveling and you were showing like your pieces or whatever. I said, you better have security. And you said, I got them. And you scanned the room and it was all your security.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I think that was last year or something.
Yeah.
But
so
I was like,
when I travel, I always have at least 2 or 3 security.
You have to.
And there was actually a moment in time. We went live on our Instagram, right? So some kid at my sister's school. My sister's still in high school.
Yeah.
She's a senior.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about her.
Yeah,
oh
she's a senior.
She's a senior?
And this happened 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 2 years, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
This kid posted my address
on
our live. And we have like 10,000 people watching.
Oh my God.
No.
And I immediately turned off that stream.
Yeah.
And I told my security guard, I was like, yo, you got to find out who did this.
Yeah.
And they went straight to work. They found out where he lived. They found out his, all of his personal information, all of his family personal information. Because that stuff you don't play around with.
No way.
And the crazy part is that kid lives in my neighborhood.
Oh
dumb
my
kids.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are so
They just
dumb.
don't think sometimes.
They don't. And when my security guard went knocking on the door at like 1 a.m. in the morning,
Oh
yeah.
Mom and dad was like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
My security goes there.
He's like, Secret Service is here.
Yeah.
The men in black.
Yeah, so that was a little scary, because people who I deal with is not always the best people. So,
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
but safety for me and even for my staff and everything, safety is number one priority. At our store, we have 4 security guards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just always want to make sure that safety is point. So
We need to go down and see the store.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
So, safety for flying with a piece, going to LA, Boston, wherever.
Yeah.
How do you stay safe?
Do you get these guys private jets or what?
Yeah.
No,
I'll fly it out to you, but you got to send
I
a
know
jet.
they're first class because I've seen the
yeah,
snaps.
I only fly first class. So, but they, we're allowed to travel with our stuff. So,
okay.
That that's always a good.
Do you
a good
handcuff
part.
it to the?
No, my
briefcase?
security normally carries my bag. I have a Louie backpack.
Yeah.
And they always carry it because I don't want to carry it.
Yeah.
So they got.
Let something happen to you, not me.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but that's how we travel. But yeah, sometimes my security gets mad if I don't get them a first class ticket.
I would be too.
Especially my larger one.
Be like, what are you doing sticking me back here in coach?
It's a little.
There was one time where he made me mad, and I stuck him right in the middle.
Oh my God.
And he's 450 pounds. So just imagine the people next to him.
I can't even sit comfortably in the middle. I hate middle
Didn't
seats.
you post about that or snap? You were like, this is when you piss me off. And it was so great.
I did.
It was so great. You do
funny.
not mess around, man.
That's so funny.
Do not piss you off.
That's so funny.
Because I'm the one that pays for everything. So I'm like,
yeah.
You want to get upgraded? Oh, you're going to get upgraded to the middle seat right here.
No window for you.
Hopefully you put him in an exit aisle at least so he had more leg room.
No, actually, exit aisle does not have more leg room.
No?
No. You can't even recline in exit aisle.
That's great. So how often do you travel? How many pieces have you sold? I'm super curious about all the data here.
Since actually we just went over that stuff. Since I have started, we have done just under 3,000 pieces.
Oh,
that's
wow.
amazing. And it ranges from whatever.
So
right?
our minimum is 4,000.
Okay.
And the most piece that we've ever done was actually Lil Durk's piece, 266,000.
Oh,
I love how he looks over at Julia because she'll know who that is.
She knows who it is.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, I know who that is.
Yeah. So, but we do.
That's a
but
house.
We don't. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But we do everything though. We do engagement rings, earrings, stuff like that. So like now I'm getting more into engagement rings and bridal stuff for that walk-in client. Instead of just doing that whole custom stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
As far as traveling, I travel at least once or twice a month.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As of lot.
In like 2021 and early 2022, probably like once a week, every other week.
Oh, wow.
But sometimes I would just travel and just be in and out.
Yeah.
Like, I won't stay.
You just do a turnaround.
There was one time we literally flew to, where did we fly to? It was in North Carolina, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Right.
I got layovers there all the time.
Yes. So we flew to Charlotte to go deliver a piece to a client. We got no sleep, got the whole tour of Charlotte in like 2 hours right from our client. The flight was at 5:30 a.m. We got back to the hotel like 4:15. We're like, well, we're not going to sleep. Let's get on the plane. So we just hopped on the plane. We got TSA pre-check, so we don't have to really do anything. We just walk right through. And we land back into Chicago probably at like, I want to say like 9:30.
Yeah.
I get a phone call. Lil Reece called me. He's like, hey, I'm doing a show with Chief Keef out in LA.
I do know who Chief Keef is.
He's like, you want to come slide through? I said, when is it? He's like, oh, it's tonight.
And you're like,
I'm like, bruh. I was like, I was just in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
He's
how
like,
drove there?
He's like, well, just hop on the next plane. So I looked up the flights. Oh, a flight is at 11. It was like 11:40.
Oh my god!
But I had no clothes. So I was like, all right, well, we got to go to the store, bro. Because
Are you one of the people that actually shop in the airport for clothes?
No, no. My security team, they took me to like Walmart or something. I grabbed like a white tee.
Store.
Yeah, white tee, some boxers, some socks. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
we booked a ticket and so then we flew to LA. We got there probably around, I think it was like around 4 o'clock.
I was going to
like
say
4 o'clock, somewhere in that ballpark. But I traveled from North Carolina to LA all in one day with 3 different airports.
That's crazy.
So it does get a little crazy once in a while. But
oh, that's fun. It's all in fun.
Yeah.
So then when you get invited to the show like that, like you don't have like tickets, like they don't leave you tickets.
Never.
Do you just like
Never
go in
do
the
I have
back?
tickets. Yeah.
And
always in
like
the back.
you just hang out on backstage.
Do you just let them know that you're there, or is there someone there that has your name?
Yeah,
on
someone knows
badge?
who I am and where I'm coming and stuff like that. Like when I was just in Boston with NLE, they just give you like a little lanyard.
Yeah.
And I just wear that so they know like who I'm.
But you're usually on stage off to the side, right?
Yeah, usually I am. Yeah.
I know all this. You got to follow him on Snapchat.
I do.
I've been following him for years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, a couple months ago, he wrote back, you got a podcast? I'm like, I only post about it all the time. Yes, come on, let's
He's
talk.
too busy to watch your snaps,
you
Meredith.
know what? I actually said that. I said, I think you're probably too big for us now, but we would love to have you on. And here he is. So
No,
Right?
I like doing stuff. I do a lot for the community, especially for
do.
McHenry.
Yeah.
I do a lot.
Absolutely want to talk about the spring wine walk and
Yeah.
whatever else you do for the community.
Absolutely.
Please go ahead.
So as far as like community wise, in 2021 is when I started really giving back to the community. I posted, we did like a little drive, for youth and family center.
Mm-hmm.
And I did no marketing for that, but NLE came, a couple of my other celebrity
nice.
came.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mario Cannon came. Who else came?
I know what I'm going to call this episode. We're going to call it Name Droppin' Nick.
Name Droppin' Nick.
I'm going to have to type every single name that he says.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so I had celebrity clients come to McHenry.
Something happened where you had an event and you had to change the date. I think it was with
That's
Rodman
my grand opening.
of the
That was my
shoes.
grand opening of the
Yeah,
store.
okay. So it wasn't the one at
Yeah,
Buddy
because the
C's.
Village.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it
knew
was
it was
the
something like
Village
that.
problem.
Some kind of
Villages,
permits.
sometimes they're good and sometimes
they want
suck.
a piece of you.
Oh no, they want a piece of the pie, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
but anyways, but for that event, right? So actually, at that time, I did a piece for Khloe Kardashian.
Okay.
Get out.
Yep. So we went to Scott Disick's house, and we delivered the pieces.
Get
Yeah,
out.
at that time,
And what piece was that?
Khloe got an anklet.
Okay.
It was crosses, all with diamonds. Kim got Kardashian as an anklet. Scott Disick got Lord Disick pendant.
Yes. Very cool.
So-
Scott is the one that Khloe was married to or is married to.
He was married to Courtney.
Oh, he was married to Courtney.
Yeah.
See, that's how much I know. Sorry.
So
You
which
don't know
was
the
so
Kardashians?
I know the Kardashians, but I
And
can't
the
keep them
Disicks?
straight.
Oh.
yeah.
So
So-
I'm gonna go
I know
back
Kim
real
was
quick.
married to Kanye. Did you ever get to meet Kanye?
No, never.
Dang
Never.
it. That's
Oh.
like one of my celebrities.
Steven would love that.
If I could meet Kanye, I would
Oh,
just
no.
die.
This is everyone he's mentioning is just the coolest. Like I just want to be them for a day.
I know.
That's all.
So which was cool about Khloe, she's very humble. Like she legit is the person that she is on TV. Like she's
Yeah.
very mellow. She's very laid back.
Mhm.
Very easy to talk to. It doesn't matter who you are. Like you can
Yeah.
talk to her. So it just kind of like gives you like two different perspectives on how people view that.
Yeah.
That's like your dream, though, when you go to a concert, like getting backstage or getting their autograph or
sneaking
doing a meet
backstage.
and greet or
Yeah.
And
something
I'm
like
the
that.
opposite because I love music. I love what that is.
Yeah.
But I'm always afraid that if I meet that person, I'm not going to like him anymore. And then what do I do with the
Stop.
music? I swear to God, right? I say that all the time.
You're like, he was eating
Like,
a
I've
cookie
had
and crumbs were everywhere
opportunities-
and I couldn't handle it and
Right.
I just don't like them
I've
anymore.
had opportunities to meet Dave Matthews in the band. They knew where
Yeah.
they were going to be for dinner and for drinks. And I was like, I'm good. As a matter of fact, we were at a concert once and my friend Jory was in a wheelchair. So we had to go to the back. And sure enough, Dave Matthews is standing there. He's signing. And so we get out of a car and Steve just starts walking towards him. And I'm like, oh my God, no, we're not doing this. I truly have a fear that if I meet someone that I enjoy their music, I enjoy their movies, that I may not like them if they brush me off or
Yeah.
if they say something that
Yeah.
maybe I'm just like, ugh. I'm nobody, but I'm just saying, I think I live in that.
Trust me.
I just,
Since being in this business, I know who the cappers are.
yeah.
I know who the cappers are.
Yeah, I
That's so
live in that. I don't know how to even, like, I live in that life where I'm just like,
Like if I could meet Johnny Depp, oh my God, I would just melt in my own shoes.
and he would probably be very nice.
I feel like he's a very cordial person.
Yeah, but who knows, right? You
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
nev-
and you don't know what kind
But
of
then
date
you like
they're
see
having.
him, like you
Right.
see him behind stage and he picked his nose and like looked at it and then wiped it on his pants or something. And you'd be like, oh,
I did that over lunch today
No.
in a meeting. Who cares?
yeah. But if you saw like your celebrity crush do it, you'd be like, oh my God.
Do you have a celebrity
Disgusting.
crush?
No,
No.
probably Johnny
Just
Depp.
Johnny.
I
Just
like Johnny.
Johnny.
Depp.
You're Johnny.
My Johnny. Johnny Depp. Same.
Do you have a
same.
celebrity like if your celebrity crush
Yeah.
were to call you right now,
Yeah.
who would it be?
Yeah, Kylie Jenner.
Okay.
Oh,
I've already told Khloe. I already said it.
you're like, hook me up with a sister, bro.
Nah. Well, funny thing is, like, so Travis, right? I mean, they're not together anymore, but anyways, Travis was in the studio with one of my clients, and he flips the camera, and I've never talked to Travis before in my life, but he knew who I was. He's like, "What's up, Flawless?"
Yeah.
So, like, the brand is getting out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just saw the movie Nike, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Nike movie.
Yes. Yes.
With Michael Jordan, about Michael Jordan and stuff. And Ben Affleck was wearing a pair of these family and friends only sneakers from Travis. And I called up my friend or my client who is friends with him. I was like, hey, what's it going to take for me to get a pair of those?
Yeah.
I was like, why don't you ask him yourself? Get some on a 3-way FaceTime. I'm like, hey, I just saw them sneakers. You have any family and friends? He's like, what's in it for me? And I was like, I'll pay you $500. He was like, listen, if I give you these sneakers, you cannot sell them. I said, all right, bet. Like, I'm fine. Yeah. So next day, shipped it out.
Stop.
I got it like 2 days later. So I have them in my house.
That is so
So it was pretty cool. It's like those type of connections like
oh my gosh,
that you have
fun.
with people,
Did you ever think that you would be here?
No.
Mm-mm. You were selling
didn't manifest
AT&T
it?
wireless.
I always manifest like doing something, right?
He has. I can say that. I can attest
I've always,
to that.
I've always manifested that I can do something, but did I ever think I was become a jeweler and, wear a $200,000 watch? No, I never thought that.
Yeah.
What kind of watch is that?
This is a Patek Philippe 27.
I never even heard of that.
Or 5726.
I thought you were going to say a Rolex.
No, Rolex is like baby.
That's kind of
it's
what
like beginner level.
When you didn't say Rolex, I was like, oh, it's more expensive than Rolex then.
Yeah.
While I,
like
twirl my fake dollar sign over here.
But no, I just, like I never knew, being here, being in a position that I am, especially when I give back.
Yeah.
Never did I think that I would be able to do that,
So you are the sponsor of the Spring Wine Walk from McHenry Chamber, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So
really,
my assistant is the one that was doing it.
Well, you have a good assistant.
Yeah.
She deserves a raise.
So to be the lead sponsor, I think, or I think they were calling it presented by Flawless Diamonds Co.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to do for that?
Honestly, pay a lot of money.
Yeah, I think
that's it. Just a nice
write a check.
So. Okay. Oh, all right. That's easy enough.
Honestly, I don't really know. I'm new to the chamber. I was
So are we.
I know that for like Fiesta Days that are coming up in the summer.
Yeah.
I'm sponsoring the fireworks, all the fireworks.
Okay.
Really?
Very fun. Very fun.
I'll be like one of the. It's like the third largest sponsor. So.
Okay. You can visit business.mchenrychamber.com to find out all the information on the Spring Sip. I believe there's a couple more tickets left. It's Saturday, May 13th from 1 to 5 p.m. We'll see you there. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week with Nick from Flawless Diamonds Co. Part 2. This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.